Let me. So I welcome each one of you for this important session. So as usual, to begin with, we'll have a fun time, guys. Hope all of you grab your notebook and pen. It's a very important session. You can discuss and brainstorming. So which color balloon is the kid holding? Yes.
Green.
Pink.
Yeah, pink.
Green.
All the balloon. All the balloons.
Green, or maybe all the balloons.
All the balloons.
I'm not.
All.
No, only one balloon.
One. Okay, then it is
Then green.
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 Yellow.
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 Perception.
Pink.
It's yellow.
It's pink.
So somebody said yellow, right?
Not visible.
It's yellow.
It's yellow, right? Okay.
Yellow.
She said, I was thinking his shirt is yellow, so balloon must be yellow.
What?
That is the logic.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah, my logic is, I mean, it happens somehow.
So what I request, couple of guys get into internet and kindly send some more pictures like this to all of us. So we can use in our office also. Okay. All right. Now, so we will get into it's basically interview discussions, interview questions and answers. Okay. So my understanding, guys, for all these roles, Scrum Master, Senior Scrum Master, coach and other leadership roles, metrics is very, very important. I think always there are some questions, right? Always there are some questions. Do you agree, guys? All interviews have one question or the other on metrics and JIRA. Do you all agree?
Yes.
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 Correct. And also my observation for last 10 years, like, the interviewer is going to look at some of these buckets. Okay. Something like an adaptability, one or two questions, and then, technical understanding, one or two questions, project management, product development, one or two questions, servant leadership, coaching, communication, and facilitation. So if you look at the technical understanding, where, we are going to discuss today, correct? Agile tools and JIRA and things like that. JIRA metrics, both will come there on from there only, right? Yeah. So maybe I'm going to ask you some interview questions and then we will discuss. If you also have some more important questions in interviews, you can also please ask those maybe towards the end or so we can discuss. Correct? And then, like, some of the participants are saying like, we are recording this session. So only one person will speak at a time. Otherwise, there is some people, like there are some volunteers, they are going to mute all of us. Is that right, Amrita, Pratik and all, Yeah. So look at here, the most important point, guys, point 6 and 7, because we always will get into an organization, their thinking, the way they ask us questions, the way we get into their school of thought. But however, it is very important for you to learn more. If you want to improve the breadth and width of the subject, you should have a mentor and guide like we promote and all, right? We'll be helping. We are not from your organization, we are from some other organization, so that we can bring you the different perspective of the tool or what we are trying to learn. Also, please look at point number 7. I think this is very important for me to get into interviews. Let's say the interviewer is from a greenfield project or a brownfield project or a product company, or a big company or a small company, something like that. Do you think questions will vary based on the background of the organization where interviewer is coming from? Do you agree that questions will completely vary, right?
Yes.
So please, my request to you is that I try to understand from which company they are coming from, background. If it is a greenfield, means starting from the scratch, very different. Let's say if you join Citibank today as a Scrum Master or Agile Coach, RTE, it's like, brownfield. It's already started 5-6 years ago. But when I started long time ago, it may be a greenfield. Correct? And then all those dynamics will vary, guys. So accordingly, we have to understand and then answer our questions. So I think for the last 10 years, if I look at the questions around metrics and JIRA related, see, all these metrics are being measured from JIRA, big picture, JIRA plugins and all. So if you look at team level, do you agree at a team level, these are all the questions you face or anything else is missing? You can unmute and say these 10 metrics from JIRA and metrics point of view are the things which I have come across in the last several years. Is there anything missing?
Agile maturity.
Agile maturity. Agile maturity is done. Agile maturity is done over the period of 3 months. It's like a questionnaire. See, agile maturity is done by the RT and agile coach. Basically, it is done at the end of each PI. It's a set of questionnaire, right? It's a survey.
Yeah, agile maturity is not a metric which is come from JIRA.
Exactly.
Okay.
Correct? Yeah. So that way, from the list of team level 10, is there anything missing? You want to add anything to the kitty, or are you okay to go on right now?
It is okay, sir. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
right?
Shri sir, yeah.
Similarly, program level or art level, these are the metrics we were measuring in Citibank and other banks. Okay, art level velocity, art level predictability, scope change, all these
I
things.
know it's not a metric as such, but still I think there would be a question comes on the burn down chart and burn up chart, which is not. Yeah, I think Vijay has
Yeah,
asked the same question,
even
right?
even I was thinking about it.
Burn up and burn down chart, which probably questions comes on that one. People show the burn. I have seen some interviews. They show the burn down chart and say, "Tell me what is your understanding from this one?" Yeah.
I think I will try and add. But
Yep.
from burn down chart, how much time is pending, how much is completion, all those things. Yeah, I will add that. Okay. Portfolio also, these are some of the metrics, correct? We'll see some of the metrics now. Okay, some of the questions related to these questions. All
So
right.
can you please show the first slide?
Okay.
First one.
First slide, right?
Yeah,
This one.
before that.
Before that. This one.
Yeah, I just want to see this chart.
So I was showing this because of the entire interview will be covering some of these questions, because generally interviews will be one or two questions from each area.
Okay.
Adaptability, technical understanding. These are the areas they will cover to conduct the interview questions. So it will be a balanced kind of thing. Because all maybe from JIRA 1 or 2, metrics 1 or 2 like that. That's what I mean.
Okay.
You got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shri sir, if you can show the matrices one, I can just take a screenshot of that.
Yeah. We can take screenshot and put it in Gemini. You will get the content. Nobody. In fact, I encourage people, whichever, whenever you see a slide, take a picture or a screenshot, put it in Gemini. You will get the text. That's how we all learn.
So, I don't want to send the PDF PPT, but like I'm definitely share this recording further. Okay, so please just be there and do not wait. Let's use our time for the discussion. Okay, so sir, continue.
Yeah.
I had one addition. So Rohini here. So anything related to release in the team level metrics?
See, release means what? Base release is called group of epics only, right?
Okay, any burn down kind of thing, release, burn
Correct.
down.
Burn down mean work items only, correct? The outcome, the output of a burn down or a burn up charts is the time, and then the outcome, the output, how many epics or stories or work items only, correct?
Okay, but anything like in MVP, like what we have, like predicting for the future quarters.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is all about work items only, correct? You are predicting for the future about work items. What we are going to deliver work item. Release is a version. We are going to group work items. Usually in Citibank, what we do, epics, because epic is a container. All these team level work items will get into Epic. We will do NFT and all sorts of testing and release in a version. So release, version control, version management, releasing and all about work items only, correct?
Mhm.
Agree,
Okay.
Rohini?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
That we will discuss. It is there
Okay.
in subsequent slides.
Thank you.
Sure. So in the interview, will be very specific. If it is a safe related, definitely they will ask this. What are the metrics you measured in team level, program level, portfolio? We should be very clear. Should have your own story, the narrative. Agree? Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir. I
then
have a here. Just sorry to interrupt. Just a one question. So here the individual performance tracking. So that will be for the team level, if like pie chart, anything, workload pie chart.
see, all metrics related to team level only. There's nothing like individual metrics. So all the pie charts, bar charts, they are anyway part of the reporting, right? See, pie
There will
charts,
be
bar charts will be giving about the
gadgets.
work items completion, work items incompletion, percentage and all. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Because few interviewer ask, so how do you track the individual performance in the JIRA?
Individual performance we can track, right? If you write a filter against my name, it will give me how much work I have been doing for last so many sprints.
Yeah, you can create a filter. I mean, the widget, and you can put it like each individual, how many story points is assigned in the sprint,
Correct.
maybe completion in progress, something like that. You have that option.
There, it is there. If you go to JIRA reports and then these report, it is there. We can track individual effort also.
Yes, thank you.
Correct? Yeah. Another important thing, guys, in interviews, every company where, I was working earlier for the last several years, they are looking very differently. Their JIRA is totally different and their metrics are very different. Okay. So some organizations like Ford, they look at quality metrics. Some are predictability. Some are responsiveness. They always want us to go trying to market, reduce cycle time, reduce lead time. Productivity is important for some people. Throughput and velocity story points is very important for some people. Okay. For some people, it should be zero defects. A bank, anything bank means zero defect. There cannot be any defect, right? If it is 1 0 more, 1 0 less, it's all gone case, right? Banking. So zero defects, zero tech debt is very important. So it's for some organizations, the compliance, regulatory alignment is very important. So they're all not same for all the organizations is my point. JIRA is very different. Metrics is very different. You agree with me? So we have to look at each level. Where are we measuring? Accordingly, we have to answer to the interviewer. All right. It should be very customized answer. You cannot give very generic answer. That's what is my understanding. All right. So now let us look at some of these things. Now we'll get into questions one by one. Okay. This we have seen in the last session, right? The workflow. Then there is definitely a question about workflow statuses and all. Definitely. This is, almost gunshot question. All right. And then now many times they will ask you to just shake up your confidence. Why are you using JIRA? How you use JIRA? What is the purpose? You should be having ready-made answer to that. I think Pramod's video will help you. Correct? Do you all have answer to the first question? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
project management too.
You should have your own highly customized, powerful answer. Most probably you will get first one or two questions. What is
To
your
monitor the project progress.
so many things that was there in the video, right? Project tracking, tracking, defects, work completion, report, dashboards, so many things. The first two videos will give you the answer to that question, correct? And importantly, okay, JIRA is fine, but what is your level of expertise? How can you demonstrate me your expert in JIRA? How do you answer? It is very, very, very tough. I know we are talking about JIRA, guys, but what is your level of expert? How do you know? How do I know your expertise? Please get ready for that answer. It's very open-ended, very tough question to answer, in my opinion. You should have very highest level of confidence and you should powerful communicator to answer that question. Okay. Question number 3. Okay, guys, we are using JIRA, but we are planning to have a JIRA Align. Okay. So do you know what is the difference between basic JIRA, JIRA Align and cloud version, on-prem version? Any answer to that? I mean, are you getting are you getting this kind of questions in interviews? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes.
Very prominent question, guys. You know, JIRA and JIRA Align. What can be an answer to that?
Sir, JIRA Align is a top-down approach and management level where we can see multiple arts or single art perform.
Important point should come first. The basic
JIRA Align should be from the portfolio level to manage one.
Correct.
We all know, because JIRA is basically you can have a cloud version or on-prem version. It is very less expensive, very economical to afford. We can have a number of licenses, like let's say $50 per year per person, something like that. Whereas if you look at JIRA Align, it is like $700 per person per year, and then it is completely aligned towards safe kind of implementation. JIRA Align is generally for safe or portfolio, program, team level. You should have that kind of understanding. You go to ChatGPT or Gemini, it will give you a table comparison between JIRA Align, cloud and on-prem. But question is very important. You have to get ready for the answer. All right. And then big picture. We have in many organizations today, they are implementing big picture just to align to the safe and very economical. So try to get an answer for big picture. And then JIRA roadmaps. Why do you use JIRA roadmaps, JIRA plans, all those things? Are you getting me? You are making a note, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the remaining questions, I think we were discussing earlier in the last session. Now look at here. So now there is an important question, guys. So they will ask you scenario-based question. They will ask you to tell me a story of a three-story pointer. Let's say what you are seeing on my screen is a three-story pointer size of a user story. You agree? This we all know. However, if you look at here, when we do the kind of sizing and estimation, okay, let's say there is a story, sizing is three-story pointer. Look at the table. Three-story pointer, maybe different, lead time is very different. Are you all comfortable, right? Workflow of a story. In the last session we were discussing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If we all agree that this is the workflow status of a user story, when you said a story, three-story pointer, it is from which status to which status? Is it like when we say three-story pointer, it will start from new or defined where and it will end where?
Till accepted, sir. Till
It
accepted.
will be from in depth.
No, it is from new to accepted or new to only new to accepted. It's for the all the statuses, not for a particular from one state to another state.
So you're all agreeing that when we say
Definition of done, it has to be the
no.
end point as per definition of done.
Geeta, we are asking you have to tell me the name of the status. So do you all agree it is starting from new or not?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
So we are agreeing that when I say story point size 3, it's starting from new. We are agreeing. So when you say endpoint, endpoint is what? What is the
Ready
endpoint?
for acceptance.
Accepted.
Accepted.
Point should not be equated with the days and hours and all, right?
No,
That's
I didn't say, right?
completely different.
No. I didn't say. See, I said when you this question, maybe you can mute all, please. When you are not speaking, please go on mute because we are recording. So the thing is, guys, this question they will ask you just to confuse you, shake up your confidence whether you really know JIRA or not. Okay, let me ask this question again. We have done sizing and estimation. You said 3-story pointer. When you said 3-story pointer, you all said starting point is new. I agree. But what is the end point? Is end point is in acceptance? Because how much is there in your hand? See, the thing is, you are not the only one person in the team. There is a product owner, there is an architect, there is a developer, there is a tester, there is a scrum master, there is a UI. There are 6 different roles and 10 people in the team, guys. You cannot decide everything on your own. It's a collective decision. Estimation is a collective game. Sizing, collective game. Everybody together you do. You agree to this point, or you do unilaterally, you only decide 3 and you only do no, right? You agree?
What is the price of this?
Now, when I say how much time it is there in your hand, because when you say in acceptance, if I say in acceptance, up to in acceptance only, this story point 3 is valid, because accepted. Who is going to accept, guys? Story, who will accept?
Product owner.
Is that in your hand? Is it in your hand?
No.
No. I'm a developer. Whether he is going to accept or not, it is not in my hand. When he is going to accept, day 1, he is going to accept, I do not know. Day 2, day 3, day 4, I do not know. I may not be able to influence the product owner. Guys, product owner, Mr. Mike, can you please accept it immediately? I may not be able to influence him. So this question is scenario-based question, very tough question. It will shake up your confidence. The interviewer wanted to know how genuinely, how authentically you are worked in JIRA or not. This kind of question they will ask you. So my answer is starting from new to inacceptance. Up to inacceptance is there in your hand. Accepted onwards, it is not in your hand. Do you agree that logic?
So, Shri, one question here. Shouldn't this story point start from a in dev status then? Because new till ready for development or till review, it is again either a product owner or a BA who owns them, right?
Agree. It is in the new state. Who is going to put new state? Who is going to change the state to new? Is it developer or product owner?
PO.
Mostly
PO.
product owner.
Defined who will change?
Product owner.
Product owner.
Product owner plus the team. I mean,
Everybody together.
Development.
yeah.
Developers.
Everybody. In tech review, who changed the status in JIRA?
In tech review, developer will be doing.
Developer.
Developer, maybe architect. If it is too technical, maybe some technical person, whoever it is. Ready for dev, when it moved to ready for dev, only the developer will pick up, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Meaning he got the DOR, DOD, everything is clear. The only then he is going to pick up. So your answer is going to be, in my current organization, okay, you have to convince the interviewer, in my current organization, we all have decided the direction is such a way that we should start from, let's say, ready for dev or intake review to in acceptance. Because it is new, it is not in my hand. Defined, it is not in my hand. That is how we should be able to do conversation. See, interview questions are not one-sided. It is conversation. It should trigger the dialogue. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
The interviewer will not say, no, every organization knew only. It may not be. In every organization, defined may not be. So it depends upon the way you customize the things in each organization. That is how you should be able to convince the interviewer. Similarly, look at this question. All right. Now, similarly, for an Epic, how many of you worked in Epic? You can.
What was the question? Can you please repeat?
How many of you worked in Epic? Epic, working on Epic?
I think all of us, right? Because we.
First,
So
that is what
stories
is
are part of Epic.
Yeah. Okay. So you say everybody has, you all have experience worked in Epic. Epic is nothing but a container, a placeholder where some 30, 40 stories are, group of work items are, we packed it. It's a bucket. So now another question to all of you. There is Because in Citibank, only product manager is supposed to write Epic. It's mandatory. No one else can write. I do not know whether it's same thing in your organization. In Citibank, only product manager is authorized to write Epic, nobody else. Is it different in your organization?
So Shri, do you mean to say PO and product manager both are same in this scenario or different?
Product owner is only for story.
Okay.
Product owner is team specific. Product manager is art specific or PA art level, program level.
Okay.
That's
In
why.
my organization, my team right now, we have a PO who owns the Epic or who creates the Epic.
That's why I said it will be different, highly customized to an organization. In Citibank, only product managers will write epics. Product owners will write only story and tasks. Okay, now question number 2. There is a login screen, is equal group of work items, some 10-20 stories and 10-20 tasks. The product manager has done the sizing. He said it is a size of small size, 40 story points. Each organization is having some directions. Like you see the table, extra small. If it is 20 story points, you can say it extra small, guys. If it is 40 story points, small. If it is medium, 80, large, 160, extra large is 320. It's some guidelines. Do you have such guidelines in your organization? Maybe, correct?
Yes.
Each organization has some direction, some guidelines, like, if it is this many story points, extra small. For an epic, I'm talking. Let's say a product manager have done the epic sizing and custom estimation, 40 story points. Okay. By looking at the table and by looking at the workflow of the JIRA issue type epic, now, which is the starting status and which is the ending state of epic for aligning with the 40 story points and small. Similar question to earlier. There we were talking about the story. Now we are talking about epic. Guess the question clear?
Funnel to ready to prod?
Starting from funnel. Okay. Funnel. Okay. And then is it ready for prod? Is it in your hand as a development team?
Yes, sir. Ready for product.
In my team, it is like in team's hand plus there will be some prod support team who will be also working. So we do validations during the production install and all. So it will be there.
I agree. Vijaya, my question is, let's say we are developers. We are a team of developers. So we took that epic, which is there in funnel. So it is in the funnel, then in assessment, then to do. Only if it is in to do, things are very clear. When it comes to in dev, DOR, DOD, everything is ready. Then we pick up development team in dev and then in review, in regression. In regression, the epic, you are moving it in regression. Who change the status of the epic from in review to in regression?
The product manager.
Yes. I think the product manager.
Product manager only will move, but who does the actual work?
Testing team.
In regression testing team.
Testing team.
Team members.
Team members. So in Citibank, to the epic sizing of 40 story points only up to in regression. Because ready for prod, I cannot move because it is who will move from in regression to ready for prod? It is somebody else, right? Which role will move the JIRA transition from in regression to ready for prod?
I think a delivery manager.
DevOps.
Testing, NFT, the operations, all those guys together, they will decide in regression testing is done. Whether can it go for production and all, they will do product validation testing and so many things are there. So definitely not these roles, the Scrum team level.
Sir, Epic is not having the regression, right? It is a new feature, right? Why we have it in a regression is needed. From your point, we don't use this approach. So as a product owner, from the review and the end-to-end testing, and then goes to the ready for prod and done.
So Srini, Epic is in to do, Epic is in dev, Epic is in review. You agree, right?
That I agree.
Epic also has to get into in regression or not?
In regression, it's an end-to-end testing, right? Not in regression, I feel it's a column name.
It is only one testing. In regression means regression testing. When it goes to NFT people, they will do all sorts of testing. Between in regression to ready for prod, they will do non-functional testing, performance testing, UAT, SIT, what as per their testing team, as per their working agreement, they will do.
Okay.
See, it's all about whether work is done or not is very important. Who is doing, that's okay. But in a banking scenario, an epic is equal to 30, 40 stories. They are in review, they are in regression. Before going for ready for prod, somebody has to do the job. Otherwise, how they will simply move to ready for prod? Agree?
One more thing is like whenever we talk about epic, we need to make sure that whichever the all associate story, that's a 20, 30, all are ready, all are tested. Then only we should be going for, correct?
That is the fundamental point in JIRA. Always parent and child relation. There cannot be one orphan work item can move. Always parent and child relation. An epic has to be completed, means all child work items should be completed. That is a fundamental principle. Okay, people?
Yes.
So guys, these kind of scenario based questions will shake you up completely, will test your confidence level, how powerful communicator you are. They will test you. All right.
I have a question. So here, Scrum Master, what is the role of a Scrum Master here?
Scrum Master
Because
is
see, most of the things are done by product owners or managers or
no, agree.
developers.
Scrum Master for two teams, right? One or two teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
This Scrum Master is one or two teams or three teams, is a part of Agile release train, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the Scrum Master, I'm talking about the safe kind of environment, safe implementation. In safe implementation, every Scrum Master is associated with the Agile release train. Agile is nothing but team of teams, group of teams, 10 teams, 10 Scrum Masters, correct?
Okay.
Okay. What is the role of a Scrum Master here? He is Scrum Master for one or two or three teams. When we get epics, epics are being shared with the team. And then they will pull the work items under the epic and they'll be doing, development, working software. You got it?
Yeah.
So fundamentally, if the question is valid, first of all, do you all agree with the question? Yes. You all okay with the answer? But my suggestion is try to do customized answer. You will have to give a kind of customized answer. These things are not common across all the organizations. These are all workflow statuses and all these things. These directional inputs may not be the same in all organizations. Agree with me? Now, all right. Next important question, guys. What is predictability and scope change? How do you measure in JIRA? Who want to answer?
Can I give a try?
Yeah.
What is predictability and scope changes?
You give one by one. First you answer predictability, then scope change.
Okay. Predictability is like something like parametric, where you can say from historical things you can predict the future. That is, you can say predictability. For example, it's velocity is a predictability metric. What is a scope change and how do you?
Let us complete first one. What is predictability? Can you tell me how do you measure JIRA? Which state to which state JIRA you measure?
Velocity is one of the predictability metrics.
Can I answer it?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. So, predictability is forecast to the project outcomes, including the timelines and the cost.
and it measures by velocity, burn down charts, and the forecasting tools.
There is a formula. Okay, my question is, let me give some more
I
details.
can
Question.
just
There is a
one
formula.
one
What is the
minute.
formula used to predict? What is the formula?
Formula.
So it is very simple, like how much you have completed. Say for a sprint, what is the team predicting to complete? Say if my velocity is 40, and by the end of the sprint, I have completed, if my team has completed 30, then the difference between
No, no, in that formula, what is their numerator?
Committed versus completed.
Completed what?
Story points.
Okay.
Story
Story
points.
points.
So
Story
complete.
point achieving DOD.
No, no, wait. We are no, no, wait. So the number of story points completed in a sprint divided by number of story points planned in a sprint. That's what you said.
Yeah, for example, if there are 3 sprints, for each sprint, if team has committed 50 story points, it is actually committed is 70, but they have completed 50. So three sprints, 50 plus 50 plus 50 divided by 3.
Wait, let us simplify. Let us simplify the formula. So what we are all agreeing is number of story points completed in a sprint. Let us calculate for a sprint. Once you know sprint, then we can have multiple sprints also, correct? Number of story points completed in a sprint divided by number of story points planned in a sprint into 100. Is that formula you agree?
Yes. Correct. Perfect.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, this is how you have to answer in the interview, right? Okay, guys. Okay, next question. Now let's go to what is scope change?
One question here. Sir, this can also be called the sprint efficiency ratio, right? We can
Obviously.
also call it. Yeah.
Obviously. How efficient the team is, how good they are in planning. Definitely.
Correct. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can you just repeat that formula, please?
Okay. A number of story points completed in a sprint divided by number of story points planned in a sprint into 100.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And again, they will ask you number of story points completed in a sprint from how do you get in a JIRA? From where to get in a JIRA? You have to explain, right? How do you explain? But tell me the report name in JIRA.
From burn-up charts.
From velocity, you can get
velocity chart.
Velocity chart you can get.
You go to the control.
Burn down chart shows
Burn down
remaining
chart.
stories.
Schedule-
Burn up shows completed.
Velocity chart also will give.
Velocity chart. For the whole team, it is velocity.
It is a whole team. Very good. Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
they will ask you, tell me how, where to go in JIRA reports and then control charts. There is a velocity chart. I'll go and get it and then we'll do it. Okay. Now, number 2, what is scope change? How do you measure in JIRA? We explain the same. Yeah. Explain the formula first. Yeah. What is scope?
May I go?
Scope change, it is the addition of removal of work items from the project. And formula for this,
Sir, it is the number of story points added divided by the total story points planned into 100. That is the scope change percentage, I believe. So it is the number of story points added based on the number of story points planned into 100.
Any other answer from anybody else?
Sir, is it WIP limits, WIP? Work in progress.
No, we are trying to find the formula.
Scope change is formula for scope change.
What is the planned load capacity and what is that as increased one? If
formula.
you
Tell me the formula, Venu.
okay.
Get it from burn-up.
I'm interviewer.
Sir, is it final scope minus initial scope divided by the initial scope into 100? Final scope minus initial scope divided by initial scope into 100. That will give the scope change percentage.
Okay, let me try and give you some more details, guys. Let's say number of story points added, let's say is 20. Number of story points added to the existing ongoing active sprint is 20. 20 story points may be related to 2 or 3 stories. I do not know. Number of stories added in a current sprint, active sprint, meaning 20 story points added in a active sprint plus 10 story points removed from active sprint. Okay, divided by 50. 50 story points already planned on the day one. The day one, when you complete sprint planning, you all planned 50. Scrum Master, Product Owner, all team members together, you all told to yourself, guys, in this sprint, we are going to 50 story points. They're all planned, agreed, committed, planned. Okay. So 50 story points you agreed initially. But what happened suddenly because of the regulatory change or compliance or change, PM, PO and all, they came to you. Guys, can you add these 20 story points also? Means you added because the business you added. Can you
Ad hoc request.
ad hoc? Can you remove the story points? Remove because this is not very critical, not urgent. So 20 plus 30 is what? Scope change divided by 50. So you all said 20 story points added by 50. No, 50 story points added plus 10, 30 by 50 into 100 is the scope change. Clear?
So any kind of change that has happened to the plan will be added and that will be divided by the planned event or a planned number of story points into 1,100 to get a percentage. Understood.
Very good. Okay. Very tough interview question. They will confuse you a lot. All right. Now, another question they will ask you, follow-up question. What is the good range? Like, red, green, amber. RAG status is there. Red, green, amber, RGA. Okay. When you say for predictability, what is the good range? How much is expected from a best team, highly efficient team? How much predictability they can have?
Above 85% confidence should be there in estimated studies.
Don't give one number, say 80 to 100. एक range दे दो.
Yes.
Okay, give a range 80 to 100. ऐसा range होगा. This is one of the best predictable. Similarly, the scope change. What is the scope change? The RGA status, red, green, amber. How much scope change is allowed?
0 to 20%.
10% to 20%.
20%.
Or above
20%.
20%.
0 to 10 is okay. Green. Correct. Okay. Accordingly, you can say in our organization, we have decided, 0 to 10 is a good, up to 10 is okay, like that. Okay. All right.
Sir, can you please repeat the formula for scope change?
Okay. Number of story points added during active sprint plus number of story points removed from active sprint.
It is plus or minus?
Plus.
Plus, yeah. Plus divided by story points planned.
Teacher, can we please actually calculate the arbitrary number that you have just taken? Like initial planning of scope was 50 story points and we added 2 and removed, we added 20 story points and removed 10 story points.
Okay, now I'll tell you, repeat again. 20 story points added, 10 story points removed, 20 plus 10 is 30, divided by 50 into 100. How much?
Divided by 50 into 100.
What is the percentage?
So what is your percentage? What comes your?
60 or
60%.
60%.
I'm not getting 60 now. So this is the problem. So I'm not getting 60. See,
here 50 is nothing but initial plan story point.
yeah, initially we planned for 50, then we added 20 to it. So that makes it 50 plus 20, 70 story points, minus 10 story points, that is 60 story points.
No, initial scope was 50
Huh.
The change 20 and 10 are the changes, right?
changes.
You add the changes. Maybe it is addition, maybe it is division or subtraction. You don't worry. You add the changes and then you divide it by the planned story points that was already there. You
Don't worry.
understand?
No, we don't have to
No. Don't use your
consider
brain.
whether we.
Now just see the screen here.
This scope doesn't mean minus. That's a change we are talking about, change percentage. So
Correct.
addition and removal both
Okay,
has
so we
to
will
be
be
added.
considering 30.
Yeah, 20 plus 10 is the 30. Total change happened 30. And original scope was 50.
50. Right.
So that's why 30 divided by 50 is the change percentage.
Amrita, is my screen visible, Amrita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you please read this point loudly?
Yes, sure. So story points of added scope are divided by estimated story points into 100. What is considered is a good scope change. 0 to 10% is considered good, 10 to 15% is not so good, and greater than 15% is bad. If new stories of 20 story points are added during the active sprint and 10 story points are removed, then the total change was equal to 30 story points. Assuming 50 story points were estimated, then total scope change will be equal to 30 divided by 50 into 100. That makes it 60%. Yes, sir. Got it.
Clear now?
Yes, sir. So I was getting arithmetically plus minus sub karke. I was not getting 60. So
Okay.
we are actually calculating the change percentage.
We have to consider added plus removed also.
Yes.
Both is a scope. Because see, the thing is why somebody wanted to know this. You have to ask me what is the benefit. You know, why somebody wanted to know, not to penalize or not to weaponize anybody here. This is the team dynamics. Not one person is doing, entire team together they are doing. Is the team doing unilaterally on their own? No. Team is, there is a product manager, told product owner told you to do that. The scope change because of the business dynamics, compliance, regulatory. So somebody wanted to know over the period of time, what is the scope change these guys are doing? What is the reason they want to analyze, not to penalize the team. Are you getting me?
It's got it.
This is not the decision, right?
Thank you so very much for the explanation, Sri sir.
No problem.
Sir, I have a question.
Nagesh sir, I have a question on this. Scope change, does that mean in the middle of the sprint are we going to change on what we are going to work, or is that coming up during the sprint planning?
No. It is, see, story points added scope during active sprint.
Right.
This is during active sprint. Why it's happened, you tell me? What
Change request. Change
Maybe market demand.
Change request.
Change in the market dynamics, and they want some features to be added immediately.
So whenever we say scope change, after start the sprint, when we come some requirements, we can say as a scope change.
Correct.
Scope change means anything that after planning the sprint, once it's like if it is going for a 10 days and in the middle of the sprint tenure, if there are anything to be changed, that is scope change.
Exactly.
Okay.
But why
Scope
we
change or
need
scope
to
creep?
remove the scope? I mean, story points, that story points removed of scope. Like, what does that mean exactly?
Because you said, right, for a product owner came to you, you agreed 10 user stories. Please, can you add this another 2 new because of the business urgency? Because you're adding 2, you can remove 2.
Yeah, least priority items will remain.
The capacity is fixed. We have only 8 people to do the work. 8 people each day, 7 hours. We have only capacity is fixed. So because I am adding 2 stories, you can remove 2 stories.
Okay.
That is just
Least prioritized will be removed, right, sir?
something like that. Because product owner only will suggest. People only will suggest because you're adding these 2, you can remove these 2. So because of him, I have added these many story points and I have removed these many story points. Both will add up to the scope creep or scope change.
Sir, I have a question. What if all the 10 stories are, I mean, very much important and there is no time to change this?
Who is saying
Sir,
important?
this is,
It is product owner only, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
how
sir.
the Scrum Master pitch into that. How he will manage.
No. The thing is, let us understand the root cause. Because this dialogue initiated by the product owner. Guys, I'm very sorry. We have done the refinement. We have done the planning. But these 2 stories, please remove. Please, these 2 add. Because of the business request. We are not doing on our own. But
We'll
these
do
all,
reprioritization, sir.
of course,
Reprioritization, sir.
that is what, because of reprioritization, the scope change formula came into existence, guys.
Yeah. And priority wise, means there would not be all same priority. Okay. So if he's telling that, all are important, we cannot, because there cannot be all same importance. Okay. The priority would be different. There would be number 1, number 2.
All right, guys, now
So,
look at, yeah.
What is the, can you please repeat that red, green, amber? What was that?
Oh, the red, green, amber, right? So the
Yeah.
red, green, amber, how much is okay? See here in this paragraph, Rohini, it is there, right? See,
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
what is
So
considered
red is
scope
what?
change? 0 to 10% is, green.
Okay.
10 to 15 is amber.
Okay.
Something bad is red.
So now we've got 60%, right? So that is the one.
No, this is the formula.
Okay.
Accordingly, now you can say it is 60% means it is bad, right?
Bad. Okay.
This is the guideline.
Okay. So is this something also related to sprint churn also, like sprint churn metric?
Yeah, it's related to that only, right? Sprint churn, what is churning is the work items only, correct?
Correct. So going and come, like what is
correct.
adding and removing from the sprint?
When we say churning, it's a work item. So what is the work item we are talking about? User stories.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this is same, right? I mean, the 60% is like sprint churn metric only percentage, or is it something different?
No, I am asking you, when you say churn related to work items or not, it's about people also, because people will say churn rate of people also. People come and go, right?
Correct. Yeah. It's
So
like
when we
source churn
churn
also.
is about work items, if churn is about work items, this is the same. Both are same.
Both. Okay, fine. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now, question number 3. Once assign a work item type in sprint planning, can you change again during active sprint? Meaning, you said on the day 1 in JIRA, you change the story. But after 2 days, you came to it is not story, it is a task or a spike or something else. Because of when you change this kind of things, it will add the scope change also. It will change the predictability, scope, the metrics will go for a task. So, but have you ever come across once assigned a work item type like a story in a sprint planning, can you change it to spike or risk or task like that?
Yes, we can.
Cannot
Yeah,
change.
we
Cannot
can.
change.
We can change,
Sir,
but it will add up to the predictability and scope change.
Sir, going to the second question, the second part, how do we measure the scope change? Like if I had done 30 sprints, now if I had to go back and check in which sprint the total number of changes are been done at a JIRA tool, how do I measure? Which metrics do I use?
You write a filter and get the data, because you're getting this data. See, your question related to this one only, right?
Right, sir.
You got the answer for a sprint.
Correct.
Like that, you want it for multiple sprints, right? Yeah, you can write a filter and get the data. Write a JQL and get the data.
Okay, it's through JQL. Okay. Okay,
All
sir.
right. Manually
Sir, I just wanted to,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I'm just saying, reminding you about time. Already we are.
Yeah. I think now it'll go on, but we can do one thing. We can stop here. Maybe we can
Take
just
another session, right? It would be, is it okay?
we can do it. We can continue later, Pramod, because I have another, so many questions are there.
Yeah, so we'll take it in next session, maybe
Next.
Friday.
So
Yeah.
we'll take from question number 3 only, na?
Yeah, you can complete the question number 3.
Sure. Okay. Can somebody answer this question? Once assigned a work item type in sprint planning, active sprint, can you change again during active sprint? And then why you have done that? What is the impact? Interview question.
Ideally, it should not happen
Yes,
because even
ideally.
before taking it to the sprint, there is a refinement which happens basically, and during the refinement, we should get the proper understanding whether we can take it forward for the development, or we need to do some sort of spike to understand it more. If once we started, if we are doing it, it's a high risk actually.
So, Rajiv, by doing this, it will impact the predictability and scope change, yes or no?
Yes.
For sure. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Yes.
100%.
For sure.
Okay. So please be aware of that. All right.
Will deviate sprint goal.
But how do I measure that one, sir? In this instance, if I had to, like, if I have done a story and on certain part of the story is only the spike part, like it's not the complete story. Now, how do I measure? So do I had to break the work into the small pieces and give the spike to
The question is about the work item types.
Yes, sir.
Work item types are what? Story, task,
Yes.
these are story types, right? But there are ways and means you can change it during active sprint without disturbing the predictability and scope change. Also, you can find out there is a move issue type wizard in JIRA.
In JIRA. Yes,
You
sir.
can explore. With that, you can do without even impacting the predictability scope change also. So the interviewer wanted to know how much you're hands-on with JIRA, because we all said interview questions, right? The interviewer wanted to know how much hands-on, authentic you are in JIRA, your current organization. These questions are for interviewer to test you. On the job, there are so many people will come and help you. Within a minute, within 2 minutes, somebody can teach you, and we are all aware of that. On the job, it's pretty easy. But how do you face such question interview is my point. All right, we are done, Pramod.
Sir, how could we
What was the
change
chart that you
without
said?
affecting the scope,
What
sir?
was the name of the chart you said?
Move issue.
Using edit, sir. Edit option.
Move issue is there here. I have done many times.
Yes, sir. Using edit option in work item.
It is there. Move issue.
Thank you very much, and I think we'll continue this session by having one more session. And yes, yeah, we have published that link and everything in the recorded previous version, and this also I'll be recording and then publishing the link for this one. Okay, I'm putting it into the YouTube now. Thank you very much, and I just given a quick link on YouTube. So if you can all put some comments around it, that would be great. And also, if someone today newly joined today and if looking for some kind of a support getting into Scrum Master job and everything, please reach out to me. Thank you very much, and we'll close it out. So I told that I wanted to, if somebody wanted to talk to me, please send a message to me. I'll probably send you a new Zoom link to you, and we'll join in that one. Thank you.